Hi, my name's Roger Cooper. I've been in Arlington for 30 years. I just wanted to introduce a project that I've been working on for about a year, together with the Arlington Renewal Project and Josh and Carolyn and so on. I've entered into an agreement with the Catholic Church, St. Mary Margaret's, next to the Arlington Inn, to purchase it through the not-for-profit. So we formed a not-for-profit company. That company would then purchase with my money. I donate that to the not-for-profit, and then we would convert that church into a concert hall. Everybody enjoys music, and so the idea would be over a period of time we would convert the church and make it into a general music hall, into a general place for the community. So this is something that I feel is important for the town, and I'd like to try and do it. Obviously, we're in the very, very early stages. We need permitting, we need to get all sorts of different things. But I just sort of wanted to introduce the thing. Karen, you wanted to have a few more words about it too.
Thank you. There are two important things that need to take place in order for the project to come to fruition. As Roger said, Roger is donating the dollars to the not-for-profit to purchase the church. The arrangement is not viable unless the not-for-profit can continue to be tax exempt, just as the church is now. That's number one. And number two, we've had some meetings with the state in terms of providing funding for the renovation of the facility, and they're very interested in helping. We would need to work in cooperation with you because the grants need to come through the municipality. So again, Roger is very generous and very excited to make this donation, and we'd like to work in cooperation with you to turn it into a concert venue and an event space. We'll have an education opportunity and really be a nice anchor for other things in the community. Any questions?
Exciting.
It is. It is very exciting.
I think it should be a lot of fun, and I think it'll bring a place for everybody in the community to come and enjoy different kinds of music. I've already reached out to some friends within the Metropolitan Opera and other musical stars, as well as comedy people and so on. And they're all very excited about coming up here to do concerts. It'll probably be a year or so before any of this comes to fruition, because I know there are a lot of different things, but it's kind of an exciting venture, and I think it will hopefully bring some fun to the town, and also bring people in and give educational things for the students in the town to be able to come in and do some on-the-job training with some these people who've been in the field for some time to help work on different things, as well as places for celebrations like the soccer championship and that sort of thing for everybody in the community to get together. It'll seat about 300 people, and so it'll be a good place for all of that sort of stuff.
I think we'll have to, Cynthia.
I think it sounds really interesting, really stimulating. We've all been wondering, who could make use of that space. And I know this is very, very preliminary, but my understanding is the rectory goes with the church.
Correct.
And
4 buildings. It's the rectory, the parish hall, the church itself, and the garage.
Right.
The idea would be that, and there's a parking lot for 150 cars.
Right. I mean, that's so beautiful. It's such a
So it's the whole thing there.
Yeah.
So the church is really the focus.
That's the event space. But would you think about? And I know this is all preliminary, but would you think about turning the rectory into housing, or
Yes,
you would? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. And the parish hall into a general meeting space.
Okay.
And so on. If you wanted a big meeting like today, if you wanted to have that there, that kind of stuff, or whatever. I mean, it's really for the town.
A lot of possibilities.
That's really the objective.
Yeah.
The logistics, though, are something we have to work with you on in terms of the tax exempt status and the waiver of the real estate taxes. Because that is one of the contingencies in the agreement, that the not-for-profit also enjoy the same waiver of the real estate taxes that the church enjoys.
I could be wrong, but I believe that's up to the voters of the town.
Right, and so that's exactly right. So that's what I mean, the logistics of that, and whether, in an ideal world, can that be enabled on town meeting day this March, so that we can move forward with the with the deal, to establish the concert hall. We don't have to talk about that now, but that's one very important element logistically that we need to.
The timing would be very short on that,
Yeah.
but I think you'd have to have your nonprofit status in place.
We already do. We
That's in
already
place
have our nonprofit
for that
status in
particular
place.
site?
Yes.
Yes. For the entity that
We'd
will.
have to talk to the town attorney,
Okay,
because that had to have to go on the ballot to be voted on by the townspeople.
right.
And I'd want him to look at the wording of that one.
That's
But-
great. I mean,
be happy
give
to
us some
you folks can
direction
work
and
with
we'll
that.
follow up.
I'd be happy to do these. And I think the key is that there's no change in status. Tax status right now is a not-for-profit.
But you're not losing tax revenue because
No,
there
it's-
isn't any right now. But it's still a significant issue for townspeople.
It's a
Oh, absolutely.
transition.
Yeah, and happy to work with you on
Yeah.
whichever way it is.
Yeah, that would be one that, if you wanted to take place, the work needs to start yesterday.
Okay. Ready for tomorrow, for sure.
Well, you're pushing it tomorrow. Yesterday.
Okay.